Hello and welcome to Counterpoint. I am your guest host, Michelle Simard, and this show is about the recent current events. I think it's always good to provide counterpoint viewpoints on the topics that may affect us of the day. And today we have Elliot Hughes, Brock Stephenson, and Hannah Salamon-Vegh. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here. There's so many things to unpack, but today I wanted to discuss the recent attack on Salman Rushdie and what it says about our culture and society right now. And Brock, what are your thoughts about that?
Thankfully, Salman Rushdie looks like he's going to survive the 10 stabbings he received earlier in August. I think the real challenge here is in a world where woke society and cancel culture are discouraging diversity of opinion. People think words are violence, but in fact, violence is violence. Salman Rushdie's words never killed anyone, but he almost got killed for his words and a fatwa issued against him 3.5 decades ago, before his attacker was even born. I think this is the real challenge. People need to understand there can be a diversity of opinion. Religion can be criticized, not just Christianity. And sticks and stones may break your bones, but words should never kill you. And in Salman Rushdie's case, he was a victim of this. Thankfully, writers around the world are coming to his defense.
Thank you. And Hannah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that. And not only has he been attacked like this, but a bunch of his translators have either been attacked or killed because the fatwa was not only on him, but the publishers, the translators, everybody associated with him basically. And he has been in hiding for 10 years and only more recently has been out in the public and moving around and being able to participate in society more. But yes, like you said, it's not only Christianity that can be criticized. Islam and Hinduism and any religion, any belief system should be able to be, criticized or written about without fear of repercussions like this. And it's interesting to see not only woke culture working hand in hand with many ideologies nowadays, but especially working hand in hand with Islam. And Islam, radical Islam, if you criticize, the Quran or anything like that, you have death threats, you help people kill you, that type of thing. And we saw that with the Charlie Hebdo case in 2015. And with woke culture, you say anything wrong, then you're canceled, your career is ruined. So in both cases, obviously one, is more serious than the other. You will be killed often with radical Islam if you say anything that they don't like. But with woke culture, your career will be ruined if you say anything that they don't like as well. And at the end of the day, the most important thing coming out of here is that we have to protect freedom of speech. And this, puts a chilling effect on writers and authors and even people commentating on it, like J.K. Rowling tweeted support for him and hoped that he'd get better. And then someone tweeted out, you're next. Don't worry, you're next. And so now the British government is looking into that threat.
Yeah, I think that's a little, the way I see it is this. For many people, and I understand people from different cultures in different countries, they may have a different view about things. And like you said, a different religion. And this fatwa, as Brock mentioned, was done before this attacker was even born. I mean, the question to me is this, is that we have people, we have immigration, we have people come into different types of societies with different beliefs. And we hope that while they may not always share our beliefs, that they respect our beliefs and live the certain way of life that is what we had intended, which, no harm done to others. You don't attack people for no reason. And yet somehow this still happened with a person who was living in the United States. He felt so compelled to do this and cause this kind of damage. And the consequences for him are irrelevant. So I don't know, Elliot, what do you think about that? Do you think it's a threat on our democratic values?
Yeah, certainly. Well, I would just start with saying that, it's great to hear that it sounds like Salman Rushdie is going to recover. Although, he might lose an eye, he's sustained serious injuries. So, thank goodness for that he's making it through. But it does definitely raise the point and raise the question that, we always need to sort of, be watching and fighting for the freedom of speech and the ability to criticize and the ability to say what we feel and think. I think we also, however, do need to just be a little careful. This gentleman who did the attack, I haven't seen necessarily any specific sort of, things that he has said, or if he has in fact sort of said the reason why he did this was because of, the fatwa that was issued a number of decades ago. For all we know, he could be sort of, a deranged individual. I don't know yet. We don't know the facts yet. That said, I go to back my earlier point and something that both Brock and Hannah raised and you raised, Michelle, which is, we need to be able to stand up for what we believe in, to be able to say what we want to say and say what we think, and everybody should be able to be criticized, because that's what makes that open society. So
Exactly.
thank goodness he's feeling better and on the mend.